July 7th, 2014, here in Thailand. Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. Well, on June 30th, I saw this ring around the sun, and a lot of people are seeing it around the world. This could either be HARP or a sign from God. So, if you see it, I would say get ready for a lot of rain, tornadoes, typhoons. When we had it here in Thailand, we had tons of rain. Ezra 5:5, but the eye of God was upon the elders of the Jews. So I've seen the eye of God right underneath the sun, and when I closed my eyes the other day, I saw this eye too. And now Satan tries to claim it and say it's the eye of Horus. He's always trying to be like God. That's why we fell. He told Eve, surely you will not die, you will become like God if you eat of the fruit. So anyways, we have the Dome of the Rock, some type of light.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem? And why did it stop over one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
So anyways, yeah, so that's the Dome of the Rock. You can see that, something's going on there spiritually. It was, and then from an airplane, I saw driving up from Cabo in 2006, a UFO similar to this that this guy saw on an airplane, and it's a cigar-shaped UFO right there. I saw it hovering about 100 feet above the air, and I floored it. I was driving like 200 miles an hour to get away from it, and you can see that it's right there. And so moving right along, in ancient history, they have a lot of hieroglyphs and flying machines, and history's been rewritten, by the Illuminati. So it's all called mythology, which is a lie. It was probably all wiped out. This technology was probably all wiped out from the flood, but it came from the fallen angels in Genesis 6. And we went into Iraq there was a giant in there. They killed him or got a hold of him, and then they got the Stargate. So that was the reasoning for going into Iraq. Saddam Hussein was bragging about it, and we killed him and took it. So is President Obama still using cocaine? He likes crack cocaine, and he has a history of using it. You can see that in this picture coming up that only Satan hinders my computer when I'm doing videos, so you can see that. Everything is both cool and chill. You can see his eyes. He's definitely on something there, and there's a lot of videos of him looking like this. And his security guard says oh, what about the crack in the cake? There's no crack in our cake. You remember that article a few days ago? Well, it's true. They probably did put crack in the cake. So anyways, Noah had a vineyard after a flood. He started drinking wine, and Ham decided to, I guess, sleep with him. So he put a curse on him. And it says, "Cursed be all Canaan." And so one of the descendants of, and so Ham shall serve Shem. That's the Israelites. So we have the Canaanites who were in Israel, conquered by David and Joshua, and they shall serve Shem. So one of Obama's descendants is done Ham. So, and we can see that the Palestinians are fighting the Israelis right now. We got Ham fighting Shem, Isaac versus Ishmael, Jacob versus Esau. So we got the DHS buying 1.6 billion hollow point bullets for American home security. Now this isn't for practice home hollow point bullets, okay?
Some lawmakers want to know why the Department of Homeland Security is apparently on a huge ammo buying spree. This is a just placed order for more than 300,000 bullets, just the latest in a series of contracts that could add up to more than 1.5 billion rounds of ammo over the next 5 years.
So anyways, you can see that the government's getting ready for probably civil unrest, and Isaiah 34:14, and the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the Satyr, which is a half goat, half man. Now this existed during the times of Noah, and that they were gene splicing, or these fallen angels were having sex with animals and making these half-breeds, which they're doing right now. You can see that there's thousands of statues, and they're pretty graphic and exotic. So anyways, moving right along, here in this verse, 1 Chronicles 25, and there was a war with the Philistines, the brother of Goliath, who David slew. And there was a war with Gath, and a man of great stature, whose fingers had 24, 6 on each hand and 6 on each foot, for a total of 24, the son of a giant. And Jonathan slew him. Okay, so there was giants, and you can read that about in Genesis 6. Okay, so they are rewriting history falsely, so it makes the Bible not true. And you can see, you know, Goliath versus David there, which is going on right now with Israel and Palestine, the Muslims. Okay, so we can see that the clashing going on. They're killing each other's kids right now. Palestine's clash with Israeli police as teenagers mourn. This is probably a precursor to war. Ezekiel 38 probably taking place soon. And moving right along, here in this video, Satan hinders my computer. He only does this when I'm doing videos. He loves to mess with me. Anyways, so this is head of France, or used to be the head of France. Now she's like one of the heads of IMF, who bails out countries, Illuminati, and she says there's going to be a global reset of currency, all currencies, one world order.
Is a reset of the way in which the economy grows around the world, and I'll be happy to expand on that as well.
See, global reset. I don't know if you heard that, but that's what she said, and you can watch it for yourself. Just Google it. And moving right along, we can see that the sixth planet, Saturn, has a hexagon on the top of the North Pole, and it is unique, to say the least. A lot of people think it's the satanic planet. That might be the portal to hell.
To move the planet, the pole, there's a hexagonal feature, a 6-sided polygon that encircles the pole at about 70 degrees north latitude, and it's sitting there as a set feature.
The hexagon is similar to Earth's polar vortex, which has winds blowing in a circular fashion around the pole. Saturn's vortex can fit 4 Earths inside of it and extends 60 miles deep into Saturn's clouds.
And what's more bizarre,
so anyways, it moves at 60-degree angles too, which is unique, like 666. Anyways, this ISIS chief, Abu Barak, or whatever his name is, he was in a U.S. detention camp in 2009, and then when he was released, he said, "I'll see you guys in New York." Now he's a leader of ISIS, and he's killed and beheaded many Christians this last month, which makes me really angry, and it should make you Christians out there very angry. And this is him right here talking. He wants to kill everybody that doesn't believe in his god Satan. Okay, so that's coming to America soon. He's a Sunni Muslim, just like Sunni Muslim Obama. So this New York cop turned demonologist. Why he believes possessions are on the rise. They're making a movie, Deliver Us from Evil, regarding him. And here he is doing exorcisms, because there's an evil presence. If you don't believe in Jesus and the devil, then there's a void there, and it's going to be filled by the devil. Okay, you have to ask Jesus to come in your heart and save you. Otherwise, you will be attacked. Okay, so
I'm a demonologist, and I am going head to head with the devil. I've assisted at over 20 exorcisms. I should have told you this right up front. You've become involved in exposing the devil because of this film here. There's only one way to really combat that, and we already know what that is.
and that is by the blood of Jesus Christ. And so, moving right along, this 4-year-old sensational genius little girl had visions from the Lord Jesus, and he taught her how to do masterpieces of art, and just amazing. She sells some of these paintings for over $1 million.
The day I was born, I met myself. The day I was born, I met my young mother. The day I was born, I met Christ sleeping in my cradle.
Welcome back. Behind me, you're looking at a beautiful painting. A painting that sells for thousands of dollars. Okay, you say, so what? Well, this is what. This magnificent work of art was painted by a spiritual young lady who was all of 11 years old. She's Akiane Kromeric, and she's been painting from the age of 4. To say that this Post Falls, Idaho native is an extraordinary talent would be a gross understatement. Now come with us as we meet this young genius with such an amazing gift, learn how she does it, and how she changes the lives of all who have come in contact with her.
One day I had a dream of meeting God, but I was not quite sure. I had never met God. I'd never been told about God.
It was very confusing because at that time I was an atheist. But her talk was intelligent. Every time she would talk about God and the details of her life in heaven, how she described it. It was very, very sophisticated, and I knew that at that time nobody else could have influenced her in that way, because we led a closed life.
As time went on, we paid more attention to it, and then she developed into painting and then poetry.
An angel has faith and hope still, and they have power from God. They're angels, they're guardians for us. I wanted to show how the angels protect us, how angels just show us where to lead, show us where to go, and even difficult paths. When I started doing all these details, it's like, well, how did that happen? How did God give me these ideas? And He gives me those ideas through my visions and dreams at night, or when I'm walking, when I'm reading, or anything I do. So when I started having those, I said, I need to do something. I have a mission to complete in life. I wanted to express the beauty and the suffering of the black race. When I was painting her eyes, you could see her whole life in her eyes. You could see how much she provided in her family, and how she believed in God with hope. And I painted Jesus when He's in the Garden of Gethsemane. He's raising the world to His Father and saying, forgive them. And I wanted to paint Him because He's everything that I am. He's everything that I want to be, and everything that I will be.
She would talk about the future events that God...
So anyways, this little girl, her picture of Jesus here is on the cover of Heaven is Real by Colton, who died and went to heaven. He saw this face, and it actually matches the Satyr. And here's another picture. It took her 6.5 months to do. Another picture of Jesus, and you know, I had a vision of Jesus, and I couldn't find a picture that was good looking enough for Jesus. And this almost looks just like Him, if not. I mean, she definitely saw Him, because that's what I saw also. Yeshua Mashiach Elohim Yasha.